Much love and appreciation, family. So, for all of the brand new men's and women's shirts that you see and the limited edition sneakers that you see here, please visit the comment and or the description below the video. Thank you. There is a fifth dimension beyond which is known to black men. It's a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It's the middle ground between black and white, between racist and bigots. It lies between the pit of white man's fears and the summit to his knowledge. This is a dimension of imagination. It's an area in which we call the Seiji zone.
Well, for me, I just wanted to bring out that intro because it's been a long time since I actually, used it. Um, but this video is going to be more so going over just a few comments that some black women have left, directly on Twitter. And like I told people before, I can show you better than I can tell you. So for a lot of those black women out there that think that, oh, you're just trying to say this and you're just trying to say that, well, I would love to hear, right, what your excuse would be or how you would decide that this is a justified type of statement, even though it's some of the most ignorant nonsense that I've literally read at the start of this year. Things will be blocked out due to the fact of, I don't want nobody saying that, this is harassment and then I have to block out other words for YouTube purposes, right? So this black woman stated, was it really, we're going to substitute that word, an issue, or are black women actually beautiful? Right, and then underneath you can see what somebody else stated. It was like, a black woman just said that the only reason why white men did things right to black women during slavery is because they loved us. So that should allow you to fill in the word, that's up above. Like I said, this is some of the ignorance that people will use in order to justify a lot of things, that took place. And yes, you will have some black women out there that will literally give justification to things that took place and happened to black women, right, by way of their preference. And they'll just say, oh, it is, what it is. That's because it was different times and, they really didn't have any other choice and yada, 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 and all this other type of stuff, right? Basically condoning, right, that type of negative behavior, which a lot of women have suffered from, lost their lives to, or have, gone through at, a certain point in their life. This woman stated, when white men did things to black women, they said it was because our bodies were built too provocatively to resist. So it was our fault. LMAO. Like I said before, I'm not sure how this is a joking matter. I'm not sure how these, right, quotations, things that are negative that took place to black women, during the times of slavery. I'm not sure exactly how that's a laughing situation or a matter, since, black women still deal with things like this still to this date. I'm pretty sure if she were to go through her family, she could find a black woman that has had, things like this take place to her. So like I said before, this is not any type of a laughing matter, but everything seems to be all fun and games. Why? Because it didn't happen to her. It happened to other black women that she's not related to, that she doesn't know, that are, of course, gone, from history, at this moment in time. So she is comfortable in that fact and knowing that that was the past. And within that, she also feels that, okay, well, that happened to them or those black women, that's not going to, happen to me. Like I said, black women, y'all got a lot of other women amongst you guys who do not have the best interest out there for you, where, they would, in a sense, laugh at you or anything like that if this were to happen to you by a man who looks just like you. And then they'll try to say, well, they'll try to justify it by saying these two things. One, well, she sat up there, she should have, not dated or went with, a black guy. And then The other way that she would try to justify it is, by saying, well, that's her fault, that's her problem, should have chose better, and nothing like that would ever happen to me because of, look at who I'm with, right? Like I said before, black women, a lot of these people that y'all follow on social media, a lot of these people that you are in contact with, a lot of these people that you are friends with, they do not have the best interest for you at all. Like I said, go through a lot of these social media profiles with these women who are quote unquote divestors. You will clear cut see a lot of this nonsense be spoken about openly and taking place. Like I said, I got some videos coming up that's going to further touch on this subject and everything that I'm talking about right here. Like I said, look at this deep ignorance. One woman, she was like, that's why slave owners preferred to do things to black women, right, that are negative, rather than doing something else to their own wives. Like I said, she's saying that, oh, because black women are beautiful and their bodies look great, they prefer to do this negative thing to basically spite their wives. They didn't even really want their wives, they wanted us because of, look at how powerful, look at how our bodies are. You're justifying the negative, yet again, justifying the negative interactions, the negative treatment that black women had to suffer through during slavery. This is what you're seeing right now. This is clear cut what you are seeing, what you are reading. And then the next person, they're like, white guys secretly love black girls. That's not love. See how ignorant this is? The history that we have in this country and the things that negatively happen to black women, past, present, and future, they're justifying this by basically trying to say that, oh, this is just love. This is just love. Wow. Wow. But like I said before, a lot of these black men hating, content creators out here, they would never showcase any of these comments because all that's going to sit up there and do is mess up whatever track record that they have with their preference, because at the end of the day, a lot of these women feel like they will make it, they will have value, they will have that self-love, everything that they're missing out of their lives, they'll basically get that once they get this white guy. That everything will be okay, that everything that they're missing will be instilled directly in them. Like I said, it's the craziest concept and the most illogical thing that I've ever seen in my life, but yet here we are. Last but not least, this person says slavery days are underestimated. We were out here getting free white boys. They had no choice but to own us. Now they be out here having free will talking about, I don't like black girls. Your granddad wasn't saying that when he was having relations with my grandmother. STFU. So, like I said before, for a lot of them, it's all fun and games. They give justification. They don't really care about the hurt and the trauma that a lot of black women out here basically suffered, because they feel that it has nothing to do with them. They're so far removed from that it doesn't have any emotional bearing directly on them. So therefore, psychologically, it's like it is what it is. That was just during that time. Now it's completely different. They don't have to do that no more. We're just out here, freely dating and doing whatever we want to do. And it is what it is. People can hate if they want to. Like I said, the type of attitudes that you are able to literally see in each and every comment, you got a lot of black women out here that are like this, that have their preference, and this is how they decide that they want to sit up there and speak when it deals with their preference. They want to give justifications to a lot of negative and detrimental behaviors, which have psychologically ruined and harmed a lot of black women out here, that have caused a lot of PTSD to a lot of black women out here. So like I said before, this whole fallacy of black women saying like, oh, it's a sisterhood and we care about each other, we love each other and all this, like I said, is BS. Because if it was such a sisterhood, then these black women would have respect, even if they are far removed, even if they are not related or even know any of the women from back in those days. It's not even a part of their bloodline. They would have enough respect and understanding to basically not try to make light or joke or try to justify a lot of the negative things and behaviors that took place during that time, and try to justify it and say like, oh, it was okay, it was just love. They had to do that during that time, but now they don't have to. Like I said, and people think that, oh, Seiji hates black women. You're just trying to attack. Y'all doing it yourselves. Y'all doing it yourselves. And I'm pretty sure some people out here, they're gonna be like, well, the women that you showcase, like, some of them really didn't even sit up there and look black. Like I said before, we got a lot of people that are within the black community that are so fair that they look white. So, like I said before, if y'all don't believe me, look up some documentaries on it. And those black people will tell you how easy it is for white people to be racist and to fully be who they are in front of them because they don't know the difference. So, be it as it may that they might not look black to you, they are. And this is just this small little, bit of comments that I got. This is a reflection of a larger problem that is out here because, regardless of whatever people want to sit up there and say percentage wise, people are like, oh, well, black men, like every single black man out here is sitting up here out here dating, white women. If that was the case, then black children would not be being made. There would be a slew of mixed kids out here because who else would be, in a sense, impregnating and sleeping with black women, right? Because a lot of black women will sit up here and say, well, oh, black men don't want us, but everybody else basically wants us. All right, so you say, but like I want to tell people before, no matter what species you go to, women outnumber men, and black women outnumber black men. So I'm just saying, if we're going to be playing like the numbers game and talking about people, dating outside and all this other type of stuff, yeah, somebody might want to start looking and picking out those numbers as well. People might want to start looking at a lot of those mixed kids that are directly out there, and so on and so on and so on. But like I said, I digress. I'm the enemy. And I'm always trying to tear down the black community and black people, and I don't care about black women and everything that they go through and yada 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 and everything that people want to say. So like I said, it is what it is. But one day people will learn, or better yet, a lot of those women that I was able to showcase, hopefully they don't learn and they just stay wherever they are, because like I said, we don't need them. And like I said, any black man that wants to sit up there and protect them and still want to sit by their side, that's on you at the end of the day, bruh. I ain't doing that. Like I said, I'm only willing to protect people who are willing to both love and care about themselves enough to understand what time it is. Those women right there, they don't understand that. Other women that are just like them in the black community, like I said, it's a lost cause. It is what it is. Let other men out here protect them. Just protect the ones and look out for the ones that know what time it is, and they're about the community, fixing, building, and being prosperous, right? But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.